Hey guys, here we go. We are in your classwork packets. We are looking at lesson numbers 1 and 2. You can see it's a combination effort that's here. This is more pattern based. So it's not about simply doing the computation because if you try to do the computation, well, it's going to get a little bit frustrating here. So we're really focusing in on opposites there and noticing what's going on. So we're going to walk through the classwork here together and let's see what you can do. All right, so in the very first problem is they want to know what number when added on to 15, but then when you subtract 15, you end up with 21. And here's with the theme. Check it out. We got ourselves some opposites that are here. If you add 15 onto something and then subtract 15, you're right there at the beginning. So if you finish with 21, that means you must have started with 21 that's there. All right. So again, you are looking more pattern based, all right, than simply, I'm having a tough time writing that. Fine, that's my 21, all right. We're more pattern based and actually trying to do computation there. And part B is the perfect example. I don't want you doing 450 and then subtracting away 230, getting that answer, and then adding on 230. What we want you to notice is, wait a second, if you take away 230 and then turn right back and add 230, you're right back where you started with. Hello, 400. All right. Part C here. Okay, so for at 1,289, and we take away something, but then we add on 856, notice you're right back at 1,289. So again, opposite sets there. So that should be 856. Because if we take away 856 and add it right back on, we haven't changed. That's there. Part D, we're looking at some variables that are here. So again, if we notice opposites, we're adding on an R and then we're taking away an R. Now again, we don't know how much R is, but it doesn't matter because if we add on the same amount and then subtract that same amount away, we're right back where we started at. So there's your letter P that you're looking at. All right. So you're going to go ahead and fill in the next few of them there. We're going to look at question number 2 here, and they're going to ask, why do we call it identity? All right. Well, if you notice here, look what you started with and look what you finished with. Look what you started with and look what you finished with. So because they're identities, all right, we have the same, all right, start and finish. And that's why it's identity, because it's the same thing that's there. Part 3 here, it's all about multiplication and division. So again, we are looking at opposites. I don't want you to do the actual computation. We want you to notice, like, wait a second, divide something by 3, and we turn around and multiply it by 3, they're just opposites of each other, all right? So it doesn't change anything. So just like when we added a 0 onto something, it doesn't do anything. Well, times it by a 1 doesn't do anything. Again, when we do opposites, they just undo each other. So again, I'm noticing opposites that are here, so that must mean it's 225, because again, I want to start with what what can you multiply 56 by, but then divide it by 8 to get right back to 56? Well, again, if we're dividing it by an 8 and I want to get back to the beginning, hey, it means we're multiplying it by an 8. So same thing, go ahead, fill in those particular blanks there. Remember, you do have answer keys. Check your answers. Make sure you know that you've done things correctly. All right, people, enjoy.